Hello fellow gamers, welcome back to our channel. The year 2024 is shaping up to be an exciting one for PC gaming. Today, we're going to take a sneak peek into the future and count down the top 20 PC games set to launch in 2024. From action-packed shooters to immersive RPGs, these games are set to take the gaming world by storm. So, buckle up, grab your controllers, and let's dive into the future of gaming. Let's get started! Ashfall is a post-apocalyptic shooter MMORPG developed by NetEase Games. The game is set in a future where AI has launched a nuclear war against humanity. As a player, you are tasked with leaving the safety of your vault to find the core of creation. This core is the key to saving the world. The game features an Eastern-inspired wasteland overworld. Players can explore every zone in search of the core of creation. The game offers a rich storyline with diverse equipment and a robust talent system. Ashfall features 9 distinct shooting styles. Each style is born from a unique blend of talents, equipment, and visceral shooting mechanics. Players can team up with friends, build guilds, and undertake uniquely designed challenges. The game also features PvP zones where players can face off against other wanderers. Beyond the overworld, players can explore the secret realms. These realms offer expansive territories to explore, intricate puzzles, and intense combat events. Players can also occupy challenging medium and large-sized bases. Banishers: Ghosts of New Eden is a third-person action role-playing game. The game is developed by Don't Nod and published by Focus Entertainment. In the game, you assume control of a pair of ghost hunters named Antia Duarte and Red Mac Wraith. The pair goes on a mission to investigate a small but haunted community named New Eden. However, Duarte becomes a ghost in the process. The game is set in New Eden, 1695. Antia Duarte and Red Mac Wraith are lovers and banishers. They are ghost hunters who vowed to protect the living from the threat of lingering ghosts and specters. Following a disastrous last mission, Antia is fatally wounded. She becomes one of the spirits she loathes. The game is free to play and features high-quality graphics. It offers a rich storyline with diverse equipment and a robust talent system. The game is scheduled to release for PlayStation 5, Windows, and Xbox Series X and S on February 13, 2024. Black Myth: Wukong is an anticipated action RPG game developed by Game Science. The game story is based on Journey to the West, one of the 4 great classical novels of Chinese literature. It follows Wukong, the Monkey King, as he explores breathtaking landscapes and overcomes perilous challenges. The gameplay appears to be a classic action RPG that features both physical and spell attacks, along with an equipment and growth system. The protagonist's attack stances can be switched between 3 different postures including Smash Form, Pillar Form, and Thrust Form at any time. Spells such as Immobilize, Stone Solid, Ring of Fire, and the Pluck of Many are also available for use. The game also includes transformation abilities and potions for in-game use. The first boss in the demo is named Centipede Guai, and it appeared in the first 13-minute gameplay trailer released in 2020. The second boss is the Macaque Chief, as seen in the Snow Mountain of the 2021 trailer. The game's combat system has been praised for its intensity and rewarding nature, with some suggesting it could surpass the Souls games. The game is set to release on August 20th, 2024. Blight Survival is a thrilling co-op horror roguelike game developed by Hainer Studio. Set in the 14th century, the game takes place in a no-man's land between 2 desperate states at ceaseless war. A new strain of blight has erupted from the remains of the fallen, turning ordinary townsfolk into ravaged monsters. You and up to 3 other players are tasked with fighting through both men and monsters in a violent co-op action experience. The overarching goal is to put a stop to the ravaging disease that is blight. The game includes survival-style looting, allowing you to upgrade your arsenal of weapons and armor. The game offers a unique blend of roguelites and extraction games, providing a thrilling gameplay experience. It also features an engaging directional combat system that is accessible to newcomers but offers a high skill ceiling for more seasoned players. Blight Survival is filled with secrets and hidden treasures waiting to be discovered. Despite the grim setting, the game promises a captivating and immersive experience. Delta Force: Hawk Ops is an upcoming first-person tactical shooter game developed by Timmy Studio Group. The game marks the glorious comeback of the Delta Force series after a 14-year hiatus. The game offers a variety of missions and objectives, including rescuing hostages, eliminating targets, and gathering intelligence. It features a high-stakes mission where your strategic prowess and lightning-fast reflexes are your ultimate weapons. The game includes 3 exciting game modes. Operation Hazard, an extraction-based gameplay where you form a 3-man squad and adapt to any situation. Havoc Warfare, conquer the land, sea, and air with your vast army of allies. Black Hawk Down Campaign, a cinematic campaign experience inspired by the Black Hawk Down movie and the 1993 Battle of Mogadishu. The game also supports cross-platform play on PC, console, and mobile, promoting a more diverse and welcoming player community. This feature not only improves accessibility but also facilitates meaningful interactions between users across various platforms. With cutting-edge graphics and dynamic environments, you will navigate through realistic urban jungles, intricate mazes of intrigue, and ever-changing war zones. The game promises an immersive gaming experience. Suicide Squad: Kill the Justice League is an action-adventure game developed by Rocksteady Studios. Set in an expansive open-world city of Metropolis, the game features 4 DC supervillains: Captain Boomerang, Deadshot, Harley Quinn, and King Shark. The game is set in the universe previously established by the Batman Arkham series. Amanda Waller creates a task force known as the Suicide Squad, composed of Arkham Asylum inmates, for a covert mission in Metropolis. The Suicide Squad is sent to stop an alien invader, Brainiac, who has started brainwashing its inhabitants, including Justice League members. The squad, with reluctant aid from Wonder Woman, must save the world by freeing the Justice League from Brainiac's control and stopping Brainiac himself. The game can be played solo or features a 4-player cooperative multiplayer mode. When played solo, players can switch between characters at will, while the other characters are controlled by the AI. Each squad member brings their own traversal mechanics to help them navigate a sprawling and battle-torn Metropolis, combining free-roaming exploration and combat verticality for an unforgettable experience. Players are free to experiment with a variety of different playstyles to unleash maximum damage on their enemies. The First Descendant is a third-person looter shooter powered by Unreal Engine 5. It's developed by Nexon Games Company, Ltd. The game is free to play and features high-quality graphics. You become a Descendant and fight for the survival of humanity. Descendants have unique abilities to tackle both solo and co-op missions. Up to 4 players can use varied mechanics to defeat giant bosses. The game offers a rich storyline with diverse equipment and a robust talent system. It features 9 distinct shooting styles. Each style is born from a unique blend of talents, equipment, and visceral shooting mechanics. Players can team up with friends, build guilds, and undertake uniquely designed challenges. The game also features PvP zones where players can face off against other wanderers. Players can also occupy challenging medium and large-size bases. The game offers a high degree of freedom and combat strategy. The combat system involves cover shooting elements. Vampire: The Masquerade Bloodlines 2 is an upcoming action RPG set in the World of Darkness, a universe filled with alluring and dangerous characters. The game is developed by the Chinese Room and published by Paradox Interactive. In the game, you play as an elder vampire in modern-day Seattle, a city on the brink of an open war. You'll meet power players, form alliances, and decide who will rule and what the city will become. The game offers a rich narrative and immersive RPG experience. Your character's clan choice affects your playstyle and approach, offering unique roleplay elements. The game also features visceral, immersive combat that rewards different playstyles. The missions are well-rounded, and the game brings back many nostalgic memories of its predecessor. The city of Seattle is atmospheric and wonderfully dark, providing an intriguing backdrop for the unfolding drama. The game is highly anticipated and is expected to meet high expectations. Despite its troubled development, there's hope that it will deliver a unique and satisfying vampire RPG experience. Alone in the Dark is a survival horror game series originally developed by Infogrames. The game is a love letter to the groundbreaking original and lets you experience a haunting story through the eyes of one of 2 protagonists. In most of the game, the player controls private investigator Edward Carnby, who goes to investigate a haunted house or town that is full of undead creatures. The series is widely acknowledged as an early instance of survival horror video game and is often credited with the creation of the genre. The upcoming release, developed by Pieces Interactive, is a reimagination of the classic game. It is set in the 1920s South, where Emily Hartwood's uncle has gone missing. Together with Edward Carnby, she embarks on a journey to Derceto Manor, a home for the mentally ill where something is lurking. You'll encounter strange residents, nightmarish realms, dangerous monsters, and ultimately uncover a plot of rising evil. At the intersection of reality, mystery, and insanity, an adventure waits that will challenge your core beliefs. Avowed is an upcoming action role-playing game developed by Obsidian Entertainment. It's played from a first-person perspective, similar to Skyrim. The game is set in the world of Eora, the same world as Obsidian Studios' Pillars of Eternity franchise. players assume control of an envoy from the Eder Empire, who has arrived to a remote region named the Living Lands to investigate a mysterious plague. The gameplay involves using magic, melee weapons, and firearms such as a pistol to defeat enemies. The game was first revealed during the July 2021 Xbox Game Showcase. A longer trailer was shown during the Xbox Game Showcase 2023. The game features rune-based magic powers and sword combat. Job listings found in September of 2019 for Obsidian's next AAA project talked about combat actions utilizing both first and third-person animations, with branching dialogue and day/night cycles. This puts the game in league with Obsidian's former RPGs such as The Outer Worlds and Knights of the Old Republic 2, The Sith Lords. Avowed is expected to launch in 2024. It will be available on Xbox Series X/S, PC, and will be on Xbox Game Pass as a Day 1 release. Dragon's Dogma 2 is an upcoming single-player, narrative-driven action RPG developed and published by Capcom. The game is set to be released on March 22, 2024, more than a decade after the first game. It will be available on PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X and S, and PC. The sequel features an all-new story set in a parallel world to the original game, introducing new characters, geopolitical factions, and conflicts surrounding the dragon. Players can choose their own experience, from the appearance of their arisen, their vocation, their party, how to approach different situations, and more. The game is set in a truly immersive fantasy world woven by exquisite graphics, artificial intelligence, and physics technology. The pawn system allows players to feel as if accompanied through this single-player game. The Deluxe Edition includes the base game and the add-on A Boon for Adventurers New Journey Pack. The game is directed by Hideaki Itsuno and produced by Yoshiaki Hirabayashi. Fable is an action role-playing video game series developed by Playground Games and published by Xbox Game Studios. The series was originally created by Lionhead Studios, which closed in 2016. The upcoming Fable game is a revival of the series. The game takes place in the fictional nation of Albion, a distinctly British, dark comedy-tinged fantasy world with a heavy focus on moral choice. The main character, known as the hero of Oakvale, can interact with people and objects as well as battle foes. The choices players make in the game affect the perception and reaction to their hero by the characters of Albion and change the hero's appearance to mirror what good or evil deeds he has performed. The game tests your morality meter in a fictionalized town in Great Britain known as Albion. The upcoming Fable game is being developed on the same engine as Forza Motorsport. The release date for the new Fable game has not been officially announced yet. However, it is expected to be released in late 2024. The game will be available on Xbox and PC. Final Fantasy XVI is set in the twin continents of Valisthea, which is divided between 6 nations. Each nation holds power through access to magical crystals and dominance, humans who act as hosts for each nation's icon. The story follows Clive Rosefield, the guardian for his younger brother Joshua, the dominant of the Phoenix. After witnessing the fall of his kingdom and being forced into slavery, Clive meets the outlaw Sidolphus Telamon, which thrusts him into a conflict between the nations of Valisthea and the secrets of the icons. As a magical drought dubbed the Blight begins consuming the land, tensions between the nations escalate. Clive's journey takes him to various regions in Valisthea. At each kingdom, he destroys its respective mother crystal and absorbs the dominance icon to use them as part of his abilities. Clive encounters a monster named Ultima, who reveals that Clive's actions were part of his plan to shape Clive into a worthy vessel to possess and destroy Valisthea in the process. The PC version of Final Fantasy XVI is currently under development. The game's producer, Naoki Yoshida, has confirmed that the PC port is underway. Gothic Remake is the highly anticipated reimagining of the classic role-playing game Gothic. The game is being developed by THQ Nordic, known for their expertise in creating immersive role-playing games. The full release of the game is scheduled for the second half of 2024. The game continues the Gothic series, which is renowned for its rich storytelling and complex characters. The title remake suggests a complete overhaul of the original game, promising improved graphics, gameplay, and possibly new content. Like its predecessor, the game is expected to feature a mix of combat, exploration, and decision-making. Players can likely expect to see familiar faces from the original game, as well as new characters. The game's setting, the Kingdom of Murtana, is a world filled with diverse cultures, dangerous creatures, and political intrigue. Choices made by players are expected to have significant impacts on the game story. Killing Floor 3 is an upcoming action horror first-person shooter game developed by Tripwire Interactive. The game is set in the year 2091, 70 years after the events of Killing Floor 2. It revolves around a group of survivors fighting against hordes of mutated monsters known as Zeds. Players will take on the role of a Nightfall specialist, joining forces with up to 5 teammates as they battle their way through waves of enemies. The game features a variety of modes such as survival, objective, endless, and PvP. Players can earn dash, unlock skills, and build the ultimate arsenal. The game is set in a war-ravaged dystopian future. The game will be available on PC, PlayStation 5, and Xbox Series X and S. The release date for Killing Floor 3 has not been officially announced yet. However, it is expected to arrive in late 2024. Little Nightmares 3 is an upcoming survival horror adventure game developed and published by Bandai Namco Entertainment. It is the sequel to Little Nightmares and Little Nightmares 2. The game is set in a dystopian world where players control new protagonists, Lo and Alone. In Little Nightmares 3, you follow the journey of Lo and Alone as they search for a path that could lead them out of the nowhere. Trapped within a spiral, a cluster of disturbing places, the two friends will have to work together to survive in a dangerous world full of delusions and escape the grasp of an even greater threat lurking in the shadows. The game's development has been shifted from Tarsier Studios to Supermassive Games. The game is expected to release in 2024. Stalker 2: Heart of Chernobyl is the highly anticipated sequel to the popular Stalker series. The game is developed by GSC Game World and is set in the Chernobyl exclusion zone, a dangerous and mysterious area contaminated by nuclear fallout. The game is a unique blend of first-person shooter, immersive sim, and horror elements, with a rich narrative that unfolds in a massive, open-world environment. Players assume the role of a stalker and explore venturing into the irradiated zone in search of artifacts and answers. The game promises a non-linear storyline where your choices will influence both short-term consequences and global outcomes. The world of Stalker 2 is hostile but filled with atmospheric details and realistic weather effects. The game also boasts of A-Life 2.0, an advanced AI system that ensures every creature behaves uniquely. The game's graphics are expected to be top-notch, with detailed environments and lifelike animations. Stalker 2: Heart of Chernobyl is set to be a landmark title in the survival horror genre, offering players a deeply immersive and challenging experience in the hauntingly beautiful yet perilous zone. Silent Hill 2 Remake is an upcoming survival horror video game developed by Bloober Team and published by Konami. It's a remake of the 2001 game of the same name, originally developed by Team Silent. The game follows James Sunderland, a widower who returns to the eponymous town of Silent Hill upon receiving a letter from his deceased wife Mary. The remake was officially announced in October 2022 and is part of an ongoing initiative by Konami to rejuvenate mainstream interest in the franchise. The game is being led by Bloober Team creative director Mateusz Leonard and produced by Motoi Okamoto from Konami One. Masahiro Ito and Akira Yamaoka, who served as creature designer and composer for the original game, will return for the remake. The game will feature an over-the-shoulder third-person perspective, similar to the recent remakes in the Resident Evil franchise, with a revised combat system. Senua's Saga: Hellblade 2 is an upcoming action-adventure game developed by Ninja Theory and published by Xbox Game Studios. It is the sequel to the award-winning Hellblade: Senua's Sacrifice. The game is scheduled to be released in 2024 for Windows and Xbox Series X and S. In this sequel, Senua returns in a brutal journey of survival through the myth and torment of Viking Iceland. Intent on saving those who have fallen victim to the horrors of tyranny, Senua faces a battle of overcoming the darkness within and without. The game features a variety of gameplay elements, including exploration, combat, and puzzle solving. Players will sink deep into the next chapter of Senua's story, a crafted experience told through cinematic immersion, beautifully realized visuals, and encapsulating sound. The developers describe the content as mature, indicating that it may contain content not appropriate for all ages. Dragon Age: Dreadwolf is the highly anticipated next installment in the popular Dragon Age series by BioWare. The game is being developed by BioWare, known for their expertise in creating immersive role-playing games. The full reveal of the game is scheduled for summer 2024. The game continues the Dragon Age series, which is renowned for its rich storytelling and complex characters. The title Dreadwolf refers to a character from the series, suggesting a possible focus on that character's storyline. Like its predecessors, the game is expected to feature a mix of combat, exploration, and decision-making. Players can likely expect to see familiar faces from previous games, as well as new characters. The game's setting, Thedas, is a world filled with diverse cultures, dangerous creatures, and political intrigue. Choices made by players are expected to have significant impacts on the game's story. The game will likely continue the series' tradition of allowing players to form relationships with other characters.